So the 100K a year or the $10,000 a month, 100K plus a year lifestyle, what exactly is that going to get you? All right. Like we said previously, it's going to be a lot more than you may realize. Making $10,000 a month, you could drive a luxury car like this. This is a hybrid S-Class Mercedes-Benz that gets 29 miles per gallon and has a beast of an engine, okay? And you can get that for $1,200 a month, of course, depending on your financing. So you're at $1,200, you'll be driving a car like this. Or if it's not your style, perhaps you could break this into 2-3 other cars that would equal the same monthly payment. You know, perhaps you don't have a need for the luxury car and you just want 3 minivans or whatever. The point is, you could be driving a car like this, and you could be living in a beautiful luxury home for $3,000 a month. All right, you could pick one of the best homes in your area and have a $3,000 a month mortgage, which is considered a luxury home mortgage, around that price and up, and easily afford this mortgage and have more space in a setting that you never even would consider going to because you previously had that $1 million mentality. So you could be driving that car, living in this home, and you could put $2,000 a month in savings. Okay, you got to save. Savings should be a part of your monthly earnings. And, you know, this amounts to $24,000 a year that you would save up just in savings, tucking it away. All right. How many years, you know, look what you've saved over 5 years compared to what you saved to date with, you know, working in your normal job. And you could pay all of your miscellaneous bills and pay them early. Okay. You could put $1,000 aside and just, you know, take care of the cell phone, take care of the random bills that aren't associated with the car and the mortgage because you already have those covered, without the stress of late payments and past due notices. So that there's a lot of freedom and peace of mind that's associated with that. You can also treat yourself or treat your family to anything random for $1,000 a month, $250 a week for just spoiling yourself. Go to the spa every Saturday. You know, take a mini vacation with the family. You know how many weekend vacations you could take every month for $1,000? You can hop in the car and head anywhere you want to, or fly to wherever you want to in the country, or do what you want. I mean, you don't have to splurge, but for $1,000, you could go golfing every weekend. You know, for there's that $250 a week to put however you like. You know, so you're truly living a life of freedom. Okay, with your car, with your home, your family time, quality time, bills paid, savings being built, and you could also take $1,000 a month to enjoy fine dining every week. How about a $250 feast every Friday? All right, pick the best restaurants in your town. Pick a new one to go to every Friday for $250 a week for 2 people. That's a lot of eating. I don't care what restaurant you go to. $100 a plate will pretty much get you anything you want, including the wine. And finally, you can invest, which is almost most important because this is going to provide more passive income for you in the future, but you can invest $1,000 a month into assets. You could put $1,000 a month into, if you're into the market, you can play the market. If you're into real estate, you can play, even though those areas are pretty shaky right now. What I would suggest, and this isn't a financial course, you can invest $1,000 a month into yourself. No, not into shopping or anything like that, but into your business, into education, into learning, into improving yourself, into building a business. If you add $1,000 a month back into your business, do you know what that will turn into if you do it the right way? You know, $1,000 a month, there's no income claims here, but that $1,000 a month will multiply itself many times over, putting that back into your business. So I'm sure you would agree that overall, $10K a month would allow you to live very comfortably. And this is off of passive income, okay? You're doing some managing, you're doing some monitoring, but overall, if you set your system up right and you set your business up right, this is money that's coming in monthly passively. And you're living this lifestyle with very little time involved. There's a book out that you've probably already have seen all over the bestsellers list and in bookstores. If you go there, like most of us entrepreneurs do, straight to the business section. And it's called The 4-Hour Workweek. If you haven't read that book and this is your first time hearing about it, you're in for a treat. It is a life-changing book for many of us. And it's written by a gentleman named Timothy Ferriss. And I'll give you the spelling. It's Timothy, as it sounds, Ferriss, Ferriss. If you haven't, if you don't have a business book library, this would be a great one to start you off. And it will open your eyes to what's possible with living a truly free lifestyle passively, with passive income rolling in. And you don't have to whittle it down to 4 hours a week like he has done. He's actually surpassed the 4. I think he actually may be at a 2-hour work week right now. But get the book, rent the book from the library, do whatever you have to do. But it's an eye opener, and it'll completely change the way you look at building your business. It's not a requirement. I should say it's a requirement, but it's not a requirement for Faster, Smarter, Better. But I strongly recommend that you have that, just for the mentality behind the tactics that you'll be given here. Now, of course, you don't have to get all of those things. You may be happy with your Honda Accord, eating at McDonald's every week, and maybe going golfing every weekend. The point is to demonstrate to you, to reframe to you your reality of what it takes to be financially free. We're going to show you how to move towards doing $100,000, 6 figures per year, so 100,000 plus per year. That's usually the benchmark for a successful entrepreneur. Not that you need to hit that mark, but that's the mark we're going to set as a general standard, just for the example. Now you're going to have your own number very shortly using exercise that we're going to provide. But let's just say for now that you had this goal, this lifestyle for $100,000 per year. Truth is that $100,000 a year or more is simply a matter of scaling up something smaller that is already working for you. Okay, let's break down $100,000 a year income to what it is on the surface, and break it all the way down to what it is on a real daily number. $100,000 a year equals $8,333 per month. And we break it down a little further than that. $8,333 a month equals $2,083 a week. Not bad, okay? We break that down further, and $2,083 a week equals $300 a day, just about, rounded up. And basically, this can easily be achieved by having 4 income streams, making you only $75 a day. If you can do $75 per day, then you can make a realistic $100,000 a year. I bet you never thought of that. Sometimes a shift in perspective is all we need. It's a matter of a shift in the way you think. In 1954, no one had ever been able to break the 4-minute mile, running a mile within 4-minute time frame. Then a guy named Roger Bannister came along, and he did it in a matter of 3 minutes and 59 seconds or so, and completely stunned the world. Then, less than 3 months after he did it, because the perception was changed that it was impossible. This guy did it. I must be able to do it. Somebody else did it 3 months later, and then, long story short, less than a few months and a few years later, 17 more people just went ahead and did it. After he broke that barrier and changed the perception of what was possible, then everybody else followed suit, and then now it's just a common time. So $100,000 a year may have seemed really unrealistic to you, but $75 a day may seem a little bit more achievable. $75 a day. A lot of people make that, with their regular jobs. But the difference is the way that you leverage that $75 a day and scale that $75 a day 4 times Now you're at your 100K per year income and living a lifestyle that we just talked about, a lifestyle that you set out, that you sketch out for yourself. This course is going to guide you to your first $75 day and beyond. Everything you need to get to this objective will be provided for you, all right, throughout this entire program. So if you take action and you follow through, you'll be able to get to your first $75 day. And then you'll be able to scale that to whatever income goal that you're trying to set for yourself. What you should be aware of is that not everybody is going to have the same daily income goal. Okay? If $100,000 a year is your goal, or $120,000 is your goal, let's say $100,000 is your goal, then four revenue streams bringing in $75 a day, well, that's going to do the trick for you. You'll be able to achieve that. But the true power, making this completely realistic for you, comes in breaking it down even further and associating your goal with what you have going on right now in your life. Because by doing this, you slowly start to see the transition from where you are now, what your bills are now, what your expenses are now, and how that translates to your business, and how that bridges the gap for you to freedom, financial freedom.